All right, lastly, we're going to look at an equation of a circle. Some of you may or may not have had this in Algebra 2. It depends on your teacher. The standard form for an equation of a circle on a coordinate plane is x squared plus y squared equals r squared. R is standing for the radius of a circle. Okay, so remember the radius from a circle we talked about in the last unit comes from the center and goes to a point on the circle. When dealing with an equation of a circle whose center is not at the origin, we're going to use this formula. So this is the formula that we generally use for an equation of a circle. It's the quantity x minus h, quantity squared, plus the quantity y minus k, quantity squared, equals r squared. The h and the k in these formula is the center of the circle. R stands for the radius of the circle. So, if I told you that the center of a circle is 2, -3, and the radius of the circle is 4, we need to plug these values into our equation of a circle in order to write the equation of this particular circle on a coordinate plane. I'm going to go through this step by step and then explain it a little bit quicker. All right, so we're going to plug this in. So we have x minus 2 squared plus y minus -3 squared equals 4 squared. So therefore we have x minus 2 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 16. All right, watch the double negative. All right, the easiest way for me to explain this to you so you can bypass this step, because you guys are capable, you're accelerated students. Whatever your center is, you're doing the opposite of that when it plugs into the formula, okay? Hence the opposite, the minus sign. Remember, minus negative means opposite. So the opposite of +2 is -2. The opposite of -3 is +3. All right, let's try another example. That could be example number 1. All right, example number 2. If I have -4 and +9 as my center, and my radius is equal to, we'll say 7. We're going to plug it into the equation of a circle. So we use the x of the ordered pair and the y of the ordered pair into our formula. So I have x, since the x value is a -4, when I plug it in, I write it as +4 squared. Plus, the y value is a +9, so when I plug it in as a -9. So therefore the quantity y minus 9 squared equals the radius squared. 7 squared is 49. So the equation of a circle whose center is -4, 9, and has a radius of 7 is this. Example number 3. Earlier I mentioned about the center being at the origin. So if the center is 0, 0, and the radius is 12. When we plug this in our standard form, it would be x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals 144, because you do the radius squared. This is the same as x squared plus y squared equals 144. So if either the x value or the y value is 0, you're not going to use the quantity squared. You're just going to use either x squared or y squared. So if your ordered pair was, let's say, 0, -7, and the radius is 3. Since x is 0, we're writing it as x squared plus, I have a value other than 0 for the y coordinate. So it's y plus 7 squared equals 3 squared is 9. All right, so that's how we write an equation of a circle. Given the center, ends the radius. Now we're going to go the opposite way. I'm going to give you the equation of the circle, and you're going to name the center and the radius. So if the equation of a circle, was this example 5? Yeah. All right, so if the radius, or if the equation of a circle is x minus 8 squared plus y squared equals 25. Now we're going to go the opposite way. I need to pull the values of x and y for the center, and I need to state the radius. Since it's written as -8, when I pull the x coordinate, it's the opposite, it's +8. Since the y wasn't written in parentheses, that implies that it's 0. For our equation of a circle, remember this is r squared. So in order to get the root, just the base of which is the radius, I have to square root 25. Okay, because I want to know what number did I square? What did I square in order to get 25? It has to be a positive value because you're talking about distance. So the radius is 5. Example number 6. If I have x minus 1 squared plus y plus 9 squared equals, we'll do 225. I need to pull the center. Remember, it's the opposite of what you see for your sign. So the center is 1, -9. The radius, remember, radius is squared. So you got to think, what number did you square in order to get 225? So you're looking at the square root of that number. Square root of 225 is 15. We're only using positives because we're talking distance for the radius. It's a measurement. Remember, a measurement can't be a negative. Okay, so that's how you're going to state the center and the radius when you're given the equation of a circle. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to shoot me an email. Good luck with the worksheet.